This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Amazon exclusive G.I. Joe Classified Series Arctic Mission Storm Shadow. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in a window box packaging. Turning the box around, we can see a really cool poster-like image of the Joes. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. Alright guys, now let's check out this Arctic Mission Storm Shadow here. Now, I love this. So for those of you that don't know, this is actually based or semi-inspired by that vintage Storm Shadow from the Ninja Force line. I love that Storm Shadow figure. It is so awesome. Now, that is actually my favorite G.I. Joe toy. You know, I should say my favorite Storm Shadow toy. That is my favorite version of Storm Shadow. That look was just so cool to me. And I was shocked when I saw them come out with this because I didn't expect them to do this design, honestly, anytime soon. So I'm really happy with it, and it's actually our first Storm Shadow that we're getting in the Classified series, which is pretty cool, because I love it, and I know it's not for everybody, but I personally love the goofiness of Ninja Force, and I hope we get so many more of those designs. That would just be a dream to me. I love those. And I have the vintage toy, I just have no clue where he's at right now, otherwise I'd get some comparison shots for you guys, but I'm so stoked about this. So, the head sculpt itself looks really cool. I love the hood. I think it came out great. Sometimes it can look like it's sitting a little high, but you can play with it and it'll work pretty good. But I love the texturing in there. It looks really nice too. You can actually just pry this hood off like that, so you can just see his black mask under there. A little bit of paint right there, little paint errors and things like that. But that still looks really cool too. I like that quite a bit. So let's get this back on right there. That looks better to me. But the one thing I will say, it's a little weird. I'm not sure why they decided to go with this more like off-white, like eggshell color, instead of just an actual like snow white. Like the paint here just looks actual white. Now they went up with this off-white color for the figure itself. I'm not sure why they did. It's almost like a cream. So it doesn't bother me. I'm just curious as to why they didn't just do actual white. You know what I mean? So it's a little weird to me. So yeah, it is what it is. It still looks really good. The gold symbols I hear on the little chest piece, the armor, it all looks really, really cool too. So chances are we're going to see this redecoed. So this is most likely going to be his regular Storm Shadow gear, just done in this like Arctic Mission style paint apps and things like that. So I'm assuming that's what it's going to be, because, you know, I guarantee we're going to get lots of repaints of Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. This whole skirt piece looks really cool too. I love that, all different pouches and things like that. The back of the skirt piece looks awesome. Almost looks like samurai skirts like that. It looks really, really good, dude. Loving all of this. The texture on the boots looks really nice. Loving that too. The feet all looks really good. Look at the boots. The books looks really killer in my opinion. Really digging that. All the texturing in there. Man, I love this, dude. Yeah, so sorry, I'm kind of just like drooling over this thing because I've been wanting 6-inch G.I. Joes for a long time, and like a lot of you, I know how much of a pain in the butt it is to get Joes right now. So I've kind of just decided I'm most likely just going to focus on the ninjas and collect ninjas, because I've always loved the ninjas in G.I. Joe. So, but this is just so awesome, man. I really do enjoy how this turned out. Okay, so now let's check out his weapons here, because he does come with a good amount. We get this grapple hook, which is really nice. All molded in that really kind of like off-white color, and we do get an actual string attached to it, so that's really cool. So very, very nice, very, very vintage, so I dig that. We also get this little, what is that, a tomfa? Or not a tomfa, I forgot what it's called, but like a little hook weapon here, a little scythe type of weapon. If my camera can actually focus on it, there we go. But I love this because this same weapon came with the vintage figure, which is really cool. So I love that throwback. I love that homage to that vintage Ninja Force Storm Shadow. So that works out really cool. Loving that. We also do get a bow right here, which is really cool. Done in that black with the gold. I dig this. And it also comes with an arrow casted in that same off-white. No string, no real string or even like a plastic string. So that's a little weird. I'm not sure why there's not even like an actual plastic string. So it kind of just looks weird that it's just a bow with nothing. So I don't know what happened with there. I guess maybe you could tie an actual string to that. I'm assuming that's what they were going for. I have no clue, honestly. But still looks really cool. You get some poses where it looks pretty decent. So I do like that. What's also nice, we also do get a quiver right here, which is really cool. You do have a peg hole on his back, and you can peg this into his back like so. And you get the little gold, a Arashikage logo like that, which is really nice. But we also do get his katana, his signature white katana with the white blade. Looks awesome. You got the Arashikage logo on there too, looking really, really good. You can holster that in there. Now you can actually plug this into the back like so if you wanted to, so you have it that way in case you don't want the quiver here. But what's also really cool is you can actually plug in the quiver like that, and there's a peg hole on the quiver itself where you can actually peg on the sword as well. So you could have them both either like that or have them on the back crossed like so. So I think it's pretty awesome that you actually have the options to display either one or the other or both. I think that's really, really cool. I will say, when you're posing around and fiddling with them and things like that, this thing was just constantly popping off. I noticed the same thing with Snake Eyes' backpack, and I don't know if that's just a thing across the board with the Classified series, that the backpacks don't stay on all that well. I really only have the two figures, so let me know if this is a common thing with backpacks and things like that, but these just do not stay pegged in when I'm posing them around. But once you have them on there and pose on a shelf, I'm pretty sure it's going to stay. It'll look pretty good, so I dig that a lot, man. Loving that. So all of his accessories are just really cool. Again, very Storm Shadow-like. They all fit in the hands very nicely. I'm just, oh my god, again, I'm just super happy with this. You guys don't understand how much I love this. Alright, so now let's check out his articulation here. The head is on a ball joint as well as like the neck. The neck itself's to be on a ball joint, so you can roll it around. It does turn left and right up about that far. There is a disc hinge in there, so you can look up about that much. Down that far, so I think that works pretty good. Pivot side to side a little bit by the neck joint. Arms can go full 360 right here, but as you can see, the shoulder pads themselves are on like a separate little peg that are connected to the ball peg of the actual shoulder, so you can like move these around independently, but they're their own little thing. You can kind of see them pegged into the cup in there of that section of the shoulder, so they don't really hinder articulation all that much. They actually work pretty good. You also do get a butterfly joint in there, rotation at the bicep. You got double joint in the elbows. You got rotation at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist. Both wrists do hinge up and down like so, and that's one thing that's a little weird too. We don't get no interchangeable hands. I kind of wish they had got close-fisted hands, but we get nothing, so you just get two gripping hands, so it's a little weird, especially for like a fighter. I was really hoping for at least a couple close-fisted hands, but is what it is, I guess. We do get an ab crunch that goes back and forth, and you can see it is ratcheted, as well as a ball peg in that lower torso below that ab crunch, so it allows it to roll around. It does turn left and right, pivot side to side, and crunches all the way back and forth with that ab crunch. That works really good. One thing I will say, this is very loosey-goosey here. Now, it is ratcheted, but like, if you go right here, it almost seems to be missing a ratchet, and then it's still really, really loose there. So I don't know if that's just my particular figure or if that's across the board, but when posing him around, he's a little loosey-goosey and kind of wobbles back and forth and doesn't quite get the stance I'd like. You can still do it, but I'm just saying there is an issue there with it. Like that's too wobbly, dude. I'm not a fan of that. So it is, again, is what it is. Wish that would be tighter. Hip joints can kick forward and up that far. You can do the thing where you pull them down like that, which is really nice to get further up and higher kicks, which is really cool for those nice ninja poses. We do splits all the way out very, very far. Rotation and the upper thigh. We got double jointed knees where he can kick himself in his own butt. Nothing at the boob, but ankle joints go up, down, and a very beautiful ankle rocker. So overall, I really do love this figure. Again, based on my favorite Storm Shadow toy when I was a kid. Absolutely love that thing. And this thing is just so badass. I'm shocked that this is the first Storm Shadow that we're getting. I'm sure people more prefer a more traditional, like, all-white Storm Shadow Ninja. I think that would have been cool for a lot of people. And we're still going to get that. Don't worry. It's okay that we got this first. It's not going to kill you guys. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a dozen Storm Shadows. So for me, and for those like me who love the Ninja Force designs, this thing is such a great homage and throwback to that vintage toy. He's so badass, even with his issues in my opinion, and I think he is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and NECA Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to a G.I. Joe Classified Snake Eyes. And for some ninja comparisons, here he is standing next to a Mezco Gold Skull Ninja and Articulated Icons Purple Ninja. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Amazon exclusive Storm Shadow. Now overall, I freaking love this toy, man. It is based on one of my all-time favorite Joe toys, that old Ninja Force Storm Shadow, and I think Hasbro did a killer job with it. It looks amazing. I love the detailed sculpt they're going with these figures. The paint apps look pretty clean, and I love all the different weapons and accessories that we're getting. His articulation is super well done. I guess my two complaints about this figure are going to be that ab crunch is pretty loose. Now again, I don't know if that's just mine or if that's across the board, and I really do wish he came with closed-fisted hands. That would have been something really nice to have with this figure, but still, he's so awesome. I can understand why not everyone would love this particular version of Storm Shadow, but for me, he's the best Storm Shadow. Now again, that's just me. I still think he's rad, a totally awesome figure, and would look great in your G.I. Joe collections. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.